Meteorologist Matthew East here with you on this Friday, the 13th edition, here on this January Friday. Carolina weather video here, and much colder air continues to blast on into the region. What a windy night and day yesterday, but boy, through the night you could just hear that wind roaring across the region, and still very blustery out there today as this colder air mass continues to settle on in. Now let me show you the radar and imagery, then I'll show you a couple of the camera shots from across the region this morning. There's the big view across the country, and the next low pressure continuing to move on up, and that's bringing some snow during the 5 o'clock hour to parts of Pennsylvania and New York State. A lot of snow still flying in the mountains this morning too. Also a lot of snow scattered around the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes region. Let me show you again a couple of webcam shots this morning. That is Beech Mountain, where I believe the temperature is 7 degrees at the time I'm cutting this video. Fresh blanket of snow there in many mountain spots. And that is the shot from Appalachian Ski Mountain. Natural snow and the snow guns blasting this morning. Boy, the ski conditions this weekend are going to be absolutely fantastic. A lot of fresh powder out there and cold temperatures, meaning a lot of snowmaking conditions continuing through the weekend. Okay, here's the deal. You have a low pressure, pretty potent, swinging through the eastern part of the country. A nice trough has carved itself out here in the eastern United States. There's the watch, warning, and advisory situation. All kinds of white shaded counties. Those are all various snow-related products. Once you get from Tennessee and North Carolina northward, you have various freeze products out down in Florida. And all the blue counties, those are all wind-related products. As again, it's still going to be a very blustery day. There's the cold air dropping on in. You're looking at some single-digit and sub-zero temperatures making their way to the northern plains. And there's your wind stream lines. Lots of wind all across the eastern U.S. as this cold air advection regime is continuing. Now, still snowing in many mountain spots this morning. That's a look at the RPM model at 8 o'clock this morning, and still from the Tennessee Valley of northeast Alabama and North Georgia on up into the mountains and the Cumberland Plateau. Still some snow flying this morning that'll be tapering off with time as we go through the day. In the upper levels, again, big trough swinging into the eastern part of the country. Now, there'll still be another clipper move through Saturday night. It looks pretty moisture-starved, but maybe a quick hit of a couple of more snow showers up in the mountains with that this weekend, mainly, again, late Saturday and Saturday night. And then the middle part of next week on Wednesday, another trough swings in, and that'll chill us down again later on next work week. Now let's talk about the next few days here. Today is going to be a breezy day, lots of sun in the foothills and the Piedmont, but highs in the foothills, probably a lot of upper 30s. The Piedmont low in mid-40s. You factor what will still be a stiff west wind into the equation, and I think at best our wind chill values in the 30s today. Lows well down into the 20s tonight. Tomorrow, again, low and mid-40s. Still fairly breezy, but not as windy as today. Sunday, probably mid and upper 40s for a lot of our high temperatures. Sunshine all day long. Lows remaining in the 20s Sunday morning and Monday morning, too. I think by Monday afternoon, though, a lot of us have made it up into the low and maybe mid-50s for highs as we get some southwest flow reestablished here ahead of the next cold front that's dropping on down. That front will move through Tuesday. It'll bring a rain chance with it as Tuesday unfolds, and then it does turn much chillier again by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Probably again some low and mid-40s for highs and 20s for lows. All right, let's real quick talk about the bigger picture. This is the hemisphere view of 850 millibar temperatures. Again, that's roughly the temperature at 5,000 feet. All right, that's the look this morning. Let's go out to 102 hours. This will be Monday night. And again, as that block goes up near and just west of Alaska, delivers the coldest air in the hemisphere into Canada that will bleed across into the northern tier of the U.S. And way out at 240 hours still, very, very cold across much of Canada. The problem here is that it just looks like the pattern is not going to cooperate to allow any sustained cold into the eastern part of the country. We'll see that cold shot later on next week, but I tell you, the medium-range models are then pretty ugly for cold and snow fans across the plains and into the southeast with kind of a zonal flow setting up. So we'll see. Again, all this cold air is still very, very close by overall when you look at the hemisphere view. So all it would take is a couple of strong high pressures to give us some cold air damming regimes. But boy, on the modeling verbatim, it is pretty ugly once you get past the chilly shot of air during the Wednesday and Thursday time frame next week. But we'll see how that all plays out. With all that cold air nearby, you always have to be on the watch to see if it wants to drop our way from time to time. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.